Right, Shalom, Shalom, Yasha'Allah. First and foremost, want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashim Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Special salutations to the hopefully elect by Yahweh, the house of David, and to the confusion that faces scattered across the four corners of the globe. It's the brother Rob Shapat from the Shepherds of Berea camp. Shalom to the priests and the elders of the Shepherds of Berea as well. So we just want to come do a quick little sit down about the madness of this man in the society that we live in. And you got to understand that this man is trying to make convenience as his form of deception. You know, convenience is the biggest deception that this man has. It's making things easy access, quick access, convenient. Oh, quicker to do this. Now to the point where this dude has a robot that's going to represent the defendant as an attorney. You know, this dude is completely gone out of his mind, you know. I want to share this video real quick.
Welcome to the next frontier in AI. It is upon us, not a robo-prince, but robo-lawyers. Next month, a robot, actually an artificial intelligence computer app, will argue its first case in court. I know what you are thinking, the robot in a suit in a courtroom. Not yet, but that may not be far off. In next month's case, the Do Not Pay app will run on a defendant's smartphone. It listens to the court arguments in real time and tells the defendant what to say via an earpiece. Joshua Browder invented Do Not Pay to contest parking tickets and speeding tickets in 2015 and joins us now. So this is really going to be a real case.
Yes. For years, we've represented people over letters, sending angry letters to companies and getting people out of tickets. But this is the first time that AI will be used in a physical courtroom. The AI will be whispering in someone's ear during a speeding ticket hearing exactly what to say.
Okay, and this is in the United States or in the UK?
In the United States, despite my accent.
All right, and the person who is the defendant in this case pays, what, $59 a year?
We're giving it to them for free, and we're even offering to pay their speeding ticket if they lose. I tweeted out an offer to be the first ever AI court case, and hundreds of people reached out, and we picked 2 cases to use our AI for.
That's wild. Have you gotten any pushback from lawyers who are saying, wait a second, we can't do this?
Yeah, lawyers are saying I should be in jail. They're very angry because their profession is threatened. But we found 2 areas where the court rules don't explicitly forbid AI and technology and electronic devices. It was a struggle finding courtrooms where this would be allowed, but we found 2.
You seem to not want to tell us which 2 these are.
And you see what basically they're doing is he's running up shop in order to do what? This shop that he's running is so that he can basically run test runs, because these robots, these AIs, they're getting ready to take over. All right, that's what's happening. These robots and these AIs is getting ready to take over. That's what Esau wants to do, you know.
Yeah, I think it's in the letter of the law, but it's not in the spirit of the law. So I think that if we were to reveal in advance where it was, we would get shut down, because no one could have ever imagined that AI will be defending people in courts using Do Not Pay.
Yeah, and judges are lawyers too, so there you go. Cost of law school, $206,000. Your app costs a whole lot less. Speeding tickets, the stakes are pretty low, right? And parking tickets as well. But if all of a sudden the AI gives you bad advice in arguing a case with big money involved, or tells you to confess when you're not supposed to confess, how do you hold it responsible?
I think that our mission is to automate all of consumer rights. So use AI to fight utility companies when they charge too much. We're staying in our lane and definitely not defending people from murder. I think there have to be rules, but there's no lawyer who's going to get out of bed for a $500 Comcast refund. And so that's a perfect job for AI, because it's not even replacing the lawyer. It's serving an unserved kind of part of the legal industry.
Yeah, well, the graphics department had fun wondering whether I could be replaced with AI. Can you program me?
Well, it's really powerful. In the past year, I would say that AI has got 100 times better. There's this amazing thing called ChatGPT,
Yeah.
which both businesses and consumers can use. And so it's scary times. I wouldn't want to be a lawyer charging hundreds of dollars to copy and paste documents. The billboard lawyers should be very worried.
Yeah, I would imagine that watching this, and they're worried if they're threatened. Hey, Joshua, this is fascinating. Do me a favor, when the court case happens, will you come back and report how it worked? All right.
Okay, sounds good. If
right.
I'm not in jail.
Well, if you're in jail, it's a story too. We'll cover it. It's good to see you. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
All right.
And this is why
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television.
This is why you can't take this place. This place is completely retarded and finished, man. And then you guys get mad when we call this man the devil, and the things that he's doing and he's continually doing, right? Representing a client in court. This is total mayhem, right? This robot, like Priest Karal said, don't even have testicles. His testimony goes back to testicles. You can't even testify. You can't give any advice. The advice you're giving is the algorithm that was built inside you. By who? Esau. See, Esau don't want to have accountability for his wrong judgment, so he's trying to place it on a machine. Let me get this precept real quick. Matthew 24:22, it says, "And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." For the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened, man. You gotta shorten the days, because you got this man that's really putting out these workshops and doing these test runs in order to bring forth this new world order agenda. All right, his cyber world or his trans robot, foolery in his mind. So that's why everything is convenience. And we seen a pizza box, right? Robotic pizza machine that was able to deliver pizza and make pizza on the spot. Right? You had robots that was flipping burgers and cleaning out the bathroom, and you had an AI that was like, you know what? They're gonna replace all the jobs soon. I seen this on Instagram. Look at this. The AI said they're gonna replace the job soon.
How many jobs will be lost due to AI presence?
It is difficult to estimate the number of jobs that will be lost due to artificial intelligence, as the technology is still in its early stages and its effects are not yet known. However, some experts believe that a large number of jobs will be lost to AI in the future, as the technology continues to develop and become more sophisticated.
Yo, y'all just heard what she said, man. You need to tap in right now. Just start a business, man.
I can try, but I'm
It's
not sure
here.
I'll be able to get it for you.
It's all here. Start a business, all right? You ain't gonna have no job in the next 3 years, y'all. I can guarantee that. Get the program, start a business. Jesus Christ.
You see that? So it ain't gonna be no jobs. Esau's gonna have everything algorithmed up. All right, robots here. That's his mindset. That's how far he wants to go. That's why the Lord said he had to shorten the days. But that's prophetic about the AIs taking over jobs, and there's no more jobs. You can see it all throughout Walmart. You got Amazon. You got self cash outs. Self-checking yourself. You cash out yourself. No cashiers. Multiple stores is closing. Right. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. It says, I'll start at 1. It says, "Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them." Right? So you got to remember the Lord in your youth, man. When you got your health, when you can be able to learn and obtain this information through that leisure. right? When the Lord gives you leisure time to get wisdom, you don't want to be occupied too much in the things and the cares of this world, because this world going to pass away, right? And the times to come is going to be Jacob's trouble, right? Verse 2, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. Verse 3, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinding cease because they are few, and those that look out the window be darkened. Yeah, the grinding is going to cease. You've seen test runs of this during the so-called pandemic lockdown. You know, everyone was just bugged out. All them in the house, they don't know what to do, making a whole bunch of videos on TikTok, and you know, the grinding was ceased. That was their leisure time to get wisdom. But what did they do? They wanted to be more of a human resource. That's what Esau wants to turn you into, a working human resource, to the point where he replaces your mind and your work ethics to become an algorithm. Now you're forced to what? When the economic collapse happened, based off, you know, your financial situation, he's going to use your and take advantage of the fact that you're not going to be able to feed your family or feed yourself, and he's going to prey on that by applying this whole new digital system. And then now you're going to have to insert that cashless device, that RFID microchip in you. You know, that's what you're going to have to do, right? It says verse 4. Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. See? And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So you're going to be, this place is going in total mayhem, total chaos. You see what's going on. He don't even have faith in humans anymore. Like he wants to just destroy everybody. That new Matrix movie where you seen that he had everyone just plugged into a machine, and he had a whole algorithms just set up. He's so crazy. He want to destroy himself. This man is a mad scientist, and I always say this. You know, one of my favorite statements to say is that this man wants to eventually destroy humanity, leave him just his elite Edomites, all right, in place. Then they're gonna start looking at one another, and they're gonna prey on each other to destroy each other, to leave that last one Edomite, that Esau Edomite, finish creating his algorithm with all the robots and the way he visions society to run. Then he gonna off himself and destroy himself. He gonna kill himself, and then he gonna have just the algorithm running back, so he can be so prideful about his work that he made. You know, that's the mindset that he has. You know, how you gonna have a robotic lawyer? You know, the Lord had judges for a reason. The Lord set up true judges that come out the law, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You guys swear in the Bible. You know, what laws the judge, what laws the and you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Like, get the hell out of here. This is let me get this precept real quick. You guys can read along. This is Isaiah 5:8. Woe to them that join house to house, that lay field to field. All right, you got dudes like Bill Gates buying up all the field. All right, going to house. They don't keep at home. This is who the devil is. All right, and you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are gonna have a rude awakening, and you're gonna see what we've been talking about is actually facts. Till there be no place, that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. Exactly how that movie, that's exactly how that was in that movie. That was exactly how it was in the new Matrix movie. An algorithm just set up. And that's what he want to do, till he just be left alone in the earth. So he's creating these robots, he's creating his technology, it's part of his new world order agenda, all right, to dehumanize and to depopulate and to destroy. This is who we're dealing with. And you guys get mad that we speak on events. We speak on our enemies. Oh, get over it. What are we supposed to do? Well, we are prophets. We're meant to come out here, prophesy the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the true heavenly Father, and his son Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly called Jesus, who has died for the nation of Israel, because we was brought here on slave ships and going through this captivity to face our punishment. And in the same time, the Lord raised up prophets, real judges, not no AI judges. All right? AI technology judges. Get the hell out of here with that. This man is gonna he's trying to destroy you with convenience. His convenience is one of his convenience is one of his biggest deceptions that he has. It's one of his biggest weapons that he has, making it seem like these things are convenient for you, you know. That's his biggest deception. That's why he does what he does. All right, but let's see what the scriptures say about these people that want to be occupied all day. You know, hey, when you lose your job, you better be happy. That's the Lord gonna give you a chance to you know, wake up and come in his truth. Get that leisure time. But you guys ain't gonna take advantage of the leisure time. All right? The 1/3 that gotta wake up in Jacob's trouble, that's gonna be them for them brothers, because there's always a wave of leisure that comes in to get a brother in his truth. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 38 and 24. It says the wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that have little business shall become wise, right? Because you're not going to be occupied in your business all day and stressed about it and worrying about, you know, the money you making and money you spending, and if you making more profit or losing more, right? You're going to be, that leisure time you get to really tap in. And we're in the time of tapping in. You know, we've been in the time of tapping in, but we at the last draw of it. You ain't, once Most High put the famine on this, ain't gonna be no, you know, get this word whenever you're ready. You see how we read the scripture? It says, seek the Lord, you know, seek the Lord in your youth. The scripture also says, seek the Lord while he may be found. All right, continuing on, it says, verse 25, how can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow, and that glorieth in the gall, that driveth oxen, and is occupied in their labors, and whose talk is of bullocks? How you gonna get wisdom? You always occupied with the plow. So how much more does a goddamn AI robot that was created to work and to have algorithm setting him to do a job? He don't have wisdom. The Lord is saying this about humans with a conscience. Imagine a created machine that doesn't have wisdom, that can't have discernment. So that's totally off to make a robot give advice, and as far as going against a judge with laws, because this is an algorithm that has no sense in them. Verse 26. He giveth his mind to make pharaohs, and is diligent to give the knee fodder, right? And this is what you do when you run a business and when you occupied in your work. You give that diligence. 27. So every carpenter and workmaster that laboreth night and day, and they that cut the grave seal, and are diligent to make great verity, and give themselves to counterfeit imagery, and to finish a work. Just like this robot was made. That was a counterfeit imagery they created. A bugged out robot. But the concept of losing jobs and things like that, don't look at it as an opportunity to get closer to the Most High, right? Because when you occupied in your job, it distracts you. And Esau's job is to make everything more convenient, so you can do longer hours, you can do longer time occupied in business. Oh, it's more convenient now. Oh, it's not hard labor. You don't have to rest from your work. You can work 24 hours because it's more convenient, right? Verse 28. The smith also sitting by the anvil and considering the iron work. The vapor of the fire wasteth his flesh, and he fighteth with the heat of the furnace. The noise of the hammer and the anvil is ever in his ears, and his eyes look still upon the pattern of the thing that he maketh. He setteth his mind to finish his work, and watcheth to polish it perfectly. That's how focused you are when you occupied in these jobs, right? And this is what a human can do. This is what a human has conscience to do. A goddamn robot might have a malfunction, right? Why you think to do? Ask them, listen, how can we hold them accountable? You know, Esau don't want no accountability. It's your choice. You paid for the robot. You got to read the terms and conditions. Come on, man. You know how this devil do. Verse 29. So doeth the potter, sitting at his work and turning the wheel about with his feet, who is always carefully set at his work and maketh all his work by number. More talking about working and being, dedicated to your work and things that you're doing. The Lord is just basically giving an example of how you're going to get wisdom when you're always occupied in that. You always focus on that. All right. So how much more a goddamn AI robot? Verse 30. He fashioneth the clay with his arm, and boweth down his strength before his feet. He applieth himself to lead it over, and he is diligent to make clean the furnace. Verse 31. All these trust in their hands, and everyone is wise in his own work. And this is Esau's ultimate system, making you trust in your own hands, you wise in your own work, and no one giving reverence to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Everyone is talking about me, I did this, I did that, not realizing the Lord is the ultimate servant that has been serving and working continually every day. Your heart is pumping blood, and it's your immune system and your digestive system and the air you get, the trees. The Lord is always serving and working. But no one wants to acknowledge the Most High and give the Most High reverence, or take a time from their delusional work to praise Yahweh Shem Yahshua, learn who the Lord is and who is his people, and what is required of you in order to gain salvation, and turn away from wicked lies and wicked philosophies that was strategically put on our people in order to keep us on a downfall. Right, we in this state. Why the so-called black man is being killed on the streets every day. Why the so-called Hispanic man is chopping each other up with machetes every day. Why you guys are strung out on drugs, right? Why you strung out on drugs? Why you into all type of philosophies? Why is a heavy influx of homosexuality pushed directly in our community? Why? Right? Every year, every day, every time. Why is racism there? Why is there no justice? Right? Because we failed to break the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and only we got to return. Nobody else has an answer. Nobody else has a conclusion. Scriptures tell you, here's the conclusion of the matter. Fear the Lord and keep his commandments. We're the only one pushing for righteousness, and because everyone's hate righteousness, because everyone doesn't want to read the scriptures or get understanding from the scriptures, because it's going to require you to change. Because we all know the things and the ways that we're living is not godly. It's not godly, it's loose, it's careless, and you just completely exploring your flesh. But it takes discipline, right? It's not about convenience, the quick way, the easy way. Like a video like this dude Andrew Tate was talking about. The dude was like, yo, why you want it to be easy? Why it can't be hard? All right? Why it got to be easy? I found that because the dude asked him, how can I get a six-pack the quickest way? He said, why it can't be hard? Why you gotta make it easy? Why you can't suffer? All right? Because when you suffer and you do things with diligence and it's not easy and it's hard, it's more appreciated. But he saw delusionalize you and make everything more convenient. Right? Continuing on, verse 31, verse 32. Sirach 38 and 32. Without these, cannot a city be inhabited, and they shall not dwell where they will, nor will they go up and down. Verse 33. They shall not be sought for public counsel. All right, those men that do these things, you can't teach them about public counsel because they only focus on their occupation. How much more a goddamn robot that was created with a damn algorithm that a man put inside him, and he's going off, human abilities and human information in order to transfer it back into him to, parrot what he thinks life should be or how he should move, and mimicking things. That's what he wants to do. Take your mind and put it into a machine. Right? He wants to be a god, so he wants to create his own race, a race of AIs. The Lord was able to create man from dirt. He's trying to create man from machines. It says, they shall not be sought for public counsel, nor sit high in the congregation. They shall not sit on the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of a judgment. Right? So if the man that's working so much and that's occupied in his business so much, if he can't sit on the judgment seat, he won't understand the sentence of judgment. How much more a goddamn robotic walking drone? They cannot declare justice and judgments, and they shall not be found where parables are spoken. Verse 34, but they will remain in the state of the world, and all their desires is in the work of their craft. And that's the type of mindset that those type of men are going to stay, and they're going to die. Some people will have jobs and they won't retire until they 80, and then as soon as they retire, they just die, all stressed out. You don't give Esau all them years. Don't want to leave that damn job alone. Just want to be a servant. That's why it says, is Israel a servant? Is Israel spoiled? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Right? Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Why is Israel spoiled? Right? They love Egypt. They loved serving with rigor, because they said that since we left, we had much victuals. They liked the convenience, which is Esau's biggest deception for Jake. But the Lord likes patience, right? This is Psalms 37. Psalms 37:7. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. We look up the etymology of the word patient, it goes back to suffering. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way. Don't look at what the wicked is doing, prospering in their way, like they told Esdras. Don't worry about the wicked right now. They're going to have their part. They're going to have the ditch that they're going to fall in. But don't watch him and envy this man and want to be like him. Continue to have your patience. Because of him who prosper in the way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. The robot AI technology is wicked devices, all right? Him creating and hey, there's no money, there's a collapse. The dollar collapsing is done strategically, all right? Oh, it's a famine. Oh, there's no more food. Yes, the Most High has put the food on the lower vibration, but ultimately, you're creating the famine. You're gonna block the ports. You're the one that's starting fires in those warehouses. All right, you're the one that's telling the farmers what to do with their fruits and food that they're growing and produce. Right, you're the one that's controlling that. Okay, you're the one that's gonna block out the import and exporting of the commercial trucks that's supposed to bring food into the city. Same way you caused the famine in 70 AD in order to starve the people out, which created them to eat each other through cannibalism, right? He bring wicked devices to pass. And that's what the scriptures say, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, okay? It says, cease from anger and forsake wrath, fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. So in these times, don't be tempted to do evil. Stay to yourself, stay to your family, stay to your trust ones. Don't go out there rioting, looting, running into these stores. Don't envy no damn robot at that too. Don't get jealous that a robot took over your job. That shows you that we mourn to the end. All right? Don't be having no grudges against a delusional robot. This goddamn robot, my counter worker. Like, stop it. Verse 9, for evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait on the Lord, see, cut the convenience out, wait on the Lord, patience, they shall inherit the earth. And we're up next. Like the brothers brought out a beautiful on the highways and byways this week, that we up next. We up next to rule. We're going to inherit the earth. That's our portion. You know? So the patience is everything, you know? This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. See, Esau is proud in spirit. He wants to have pride. He wants to have followers. He wants to show that I'm a God. I make miracles. You know, I make life more convenient for you, right? So the Lord is letting you know that, hey, the end of a thing is better. So we, at the end, is really going to be the beginning of our rulership, okay? And it's better that we have patience in the spirit. So you got to have patience. You got to suffer. We deserve death. If it wasn't for the grace and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, who gave his only begotten son, Yahweh Shah, who died on the cross for our sins, right? The Lord has imputed us. Lord willing, we could be of those men, and we are covered with the blood of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. The elect is sealed. They're good, right? It says, Romans 2 and 7, to them who by patience continues in well-doing seek the glory and honor and immortality, eternal life. So you have to continue in that patience. Forget the convenience. Forget how you see what you see going on in the world. And this man is, it's total chaos. It's a beautiful thing. You got to be worried more about Yahweh Bashem Yahushua bringing judgment and destruction on you. All right? The Lord will kill you here. And then when it's time for judgment, he'll send you back in your body, raise you up from the dead, and have nuclear missiles raining down on you. That's who you fear. You don't fear those that have power to kill the body or hurt the flesh, but you fear those that can hurt the soul as well. Roughly paraphrasing, like that scripture says. This is Romans 12 and 12. Rejoice in hope, patience in tribulations, continuing intense in prayer. And this is what we do, right? Continue intense in prayer, waiting in patience. And that's the importance of this thing. So don't get distracted, or don't get confused, or, bugged out about Esau's convenient lifestyle he's trying to give you, right? His alternative lifestyle he's trying to give you. Trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, seek the days of old, and continue in this faith, man. And, Lord willing, this was edifying. With that being said, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Special salutations to the hope of your leg, by Yahweh, the house of David, and to the confusion that faces scattered across the four corners of the globe. Shalom.